Hey guys, welcome to Two Noobs Summon the Cast channel. Finally, we will see that from the pre-balance notification that they have decided to nerf Jeogun or the Fire Art Master according to what community says. In the details, it says like after they got a lot of complaint in the community about like Jeogun and stuff, so they decided to nerf this character. Unfortunately for those who owns like the light art master, he got nerfed as well in the same goals. Like for the light art master owner, they're kind of a bit unlucky because like this character is very hard to use, as well as like his second skill got nerfed as well. We will look into the details of the skills that has been changed. The first thing that has been nerfed is the second skill, Skull Trap of the Art Master. So it says slightly decrease the duration of the skill. So we need to take a look closely after the nerf, whether like how much it decreased in the actual game before the nerf. It will take around like if your Jokun speed is around like plus 200 or maybe 300 in total, it takes around like 2 turn cycles before the effect has been like expired for the Skull Trap. We will see better how much it decreased. Okay, so for the third skill, Blossom Painting, this one has removed like the speed buff from that. I think this impact a lot on the Jeogun as well, because like a Jeogun is the one of the great thing is the speed buff on after the beneficial effect removal. It's very good to use with the offense team. You can also use Jeogun with another character like Savannah or any kind of the beast like beast riders stuff, and also very great with like the Poseidon, the water one. So with water Poseidon, he got both like the after the beneficial removal on the enemy team, he can also like use his third skill and with the attack buff, and then speed increases buff on his head, which means like he can maximize the damage of that skill. So there are so many of the offense monster that can use after Jeogun. After the balance, this like speed buff has been removed. From my opinion, I think like this monster skill great to be used anyway, even like speed buff has been removed. You need to like to make some rune adjustment in your team, and also the comp may be changed a bit. Like after you have like the Jeogun, right, and then you got like the monster with like which has like the turn after him. You need to like to tune. If you are using rune them on Swift, you need to make the speed getting closer to him. Let's say like Jeogun got like in total of 300 speed, so the monster that come after maybe 299 something. You need to make them like getting closer. Or another thing is that you can like synergize your team with the monster that can add the attack speed buff into your team. For example, Eshir is also one of the good things to have in your team. Alright, we will go through the review of the Eshir right away. I actually use him a lot in the Special League as well, since like his cost is kinda very low. This is how I run him. So at the level 40, Ishu is kind of he is the HP type monster, and he can also make to be like the second awaken, which makes his stat like growing up a lot. I mean really a lot. Now he is kind of the monster that most of the player can own, and then he can also got like that 5 stats as well. So the HP is around like 13k, which is a lot for the HP one. And also one of the strong things of this unit is about his initial speed. He got like a very big initial speed, and he can like be the one who start at the first of the team, and also he can use his skill to like to pull all of the member in the team up by increasing the attack bar of the whole team. So if we look into the skills, this is kind of interesting. So the first skill, Merciless Claw, this one can like make an attack to disturb HP recovery on the enemy side for 1 turn, and also after you fully skill, the damage will be increased by 20%. This one is also good. Like if you confront against the team that have like the HP recovery, so you can like cut that mechanics out by just use the skill, and like the activation is kind of very good, 100% as well. But it needs to like to calculate among the rest stat as well. The next one, this one is very good. It can help your team to like to increase the attack bar a lot, along with the attack speed buff for 2 turns, which kind of good. So this thing can fill the gap for the Jokun team as well. He can like to increase the speed buff and also increasing the attack bar with some small amount of heal, which is a 20%, but after you fully skill, the recovery will be increased by 20% more, which is kind of the very interesting for this unit. Especially for the offense team, you need to like if you want to start first, this one is the good one for you. And also his third skill, Masquerade. Masquerade is one of the skill like the buff removal, which is very good for the CC team as well. It will attack the enemy 4 times, and damage is proportion to your max HP. And then it can also like remove the beneficial effect on the enemy for each hit. And also if you defeat the enemy with this skill, this cooldown of the skill will like it will ready to use instantly for the next turn. The damage will increase proportion to the number of the beneficial effect that has been removed as well, which is very good. Let's say that your whole team guarantee that your whole team will start before the enemy, so you can start with Masquerade to remove the beneficial effect first, and then attacking 4 times and remove the beneficial effect. Something like Will is very easy to remove as well. Okay, after the awaken, it will strengthen both skill, and also the rune that I'm using is like sweep and blade. Let's see for each one. I use like I use like the crit damage for the slot 4 to make him like to have the massive damage. And like for the artifact that I recommended is that you also need to have the effect of additional damage according to the speeds for 2 sides, and also you can use like you can increase his damage from his HP. And also I'm trying to make, we will see the whole options. So it's around like 200% according to the speed, and also 0.2% from HP. And also I have the condition that my artifact condition will increase the damage, like add up the crit damage in the condition that whether enemy HP is good or bad, it will still make a ton of damage anyway. So we will look into the actual replay games that I use. Okay, we will look in the replay how I use Eshir in the actual game. Now we are in the Lulu Kaki Special League, the 20-star one. You will see that these both characters a lot, so I also pick Lulu as well because one of them. Okay, so we will see. I'm climb along from C3 and then win forward to this point. We will see like in the actual game how I use Eshir. So let's start from this one. Eshir's help a lot even my team does not have like their speed buff, and I think like Eshir may be one of the useful monster in the next season to support your team, especially if you don't have like if you have Jokun and like he has been nerfed on his third skill, so Eshir may be the character that helps a lot on like to make your team start first and also add the speed buff to your team. So the enemy side like start by offending using the Diana first, so start getting heal. You will see like Kaki here is the Kaki specialist a lot. They try to spam the damage, and also Here Diana is like hitting me. As you can see from the damage, even without like the defense break, it still have the good damage and anyway on Diana. The first skill is also hit very hard, like a 4k, which is not half bad. Predator Cry. This thing will help on your turn cycle a lot. Like after the speed buff, your team cycle will be like very fast. And also if you have the monster with the additional turn, so it will have like potential turn to like to got like the additional turn effect as well. Like if you got more turn, there is more chance. Peace. Come on. Luckily that I got the glancing hit. If it's not the glancing hit, maybe my poor side, like my Oki maybe die from the previous hit. Another one. This fight against the G1 character. I mean like the G1 players as well. So I start with Lulu and Eshir, and then continue further on another characters, like the Wind Art Masters. Volunteers help a lot on my offense team. So as you can see, on the enemy side, they start first because they got like the speed leader skills, and they keep spamming. They keep spamming like the buff and stuff. But I plan to use Lulu to recover my Wind Art Master back, and then it is our chance like to increase the skill cooldown. Serious matter. And then I can do some kind of the continuous damage to enemy team using Volunteers or Brush Tip, Touch of Punishment. Lulu helps a lot. As you can see, like his cost is just only 2, but he works like a magic. Like he is the net 5 in the cost of 2 stars. I feel like this is one of another character that maybe have the potentially way to nerf in the one or another next season. So as you can see, like Masquerade is still good anyway. Like to make the damage is around like 4k with these stats, and also his third skill is very good in terms of the very beneficial effect removal. He can also play goods with like he can also play with the CC team as well, but you need around like 2 or 3 single target beneficial effect removal for the team as well. So this guy is on G2. So I decided to use like the Fairy King for the team. My Water Fairy King is kind of he plays with the Rage Rune, which will make a lot of damage after his third skill has been activated. Dang. Cowgirl is kinda pain in the ass when she got like the additional turns. So my strategy here is just only like just make them like 50% of the HP, and then like if my Water Fairy King die, so he will come back with the third skill, and just make a lot of damage. I will show you my Water Fairy King as well. This stats, he is on Rage and Will, thanks to my sensei Catch, who is like the top level RTA player and also the member of my guild Absolute Boy. Yeah, so I think this is pretty much for this video. We already like discussing about the Jokun nerf and what are the next steps. and I also see that Eshir will be one of the character that will come up to help your team. So I place him with the Swift rune. The speed is around like, I think if you can make him like with the Swift rune with more than like 200 speed, it will be helps your team a lot. So after the Jeogun nerf, I think this character maybe like appears a lot in the next season. So for Eshir, he's good like as the monster that can pull all of your team attack speed bar a lot by his second skill. In the game that you see that your team maybe start after the enemy, you can use Eshir to increase the team attack bar up by like 15%. With the Swift rune placed into him, he has the potential chance to start as the first monster in the game, because like his base speed is like a lot. And also in the game that your team speed has overcome the enemy, you can use like Masquerade to remove the enemy beneficial effects, like let's say that the enemy team plays with Will rune, so you can start the game by removing the Will and then doing your offense strategy. So he's good. He's good. For those who don't own him, I think it is a good chance to grind him up now. If you have any comments like how do you feel on the Jeogun nerf, or any kind of the strategy that you want to recommend, just put in the comment below, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.